If you're an insurance or financial advisor looking for marketing tips, tricks, and strategies, I've got the manual right here. This is our monthly newsletter called The Virtual Advisor. And yes, it's in print, it comes in the mail. It's old school. You can touch it, you can feel it. It's even got that fresh from the printer smell. So it's a little bit of a step back in time, but at the same time, it's an awesome tool in an age of screen fatigue. You've got something tangible, something you can hold. We send this out every single month. I have in my hands, actually, this is volume 1, issue 2. This is one of my favorite issues that we've ever done. And it shows you the step-by-step process of writing a book totally from scratch in 9 weeks or less. I know that might sound crazy, but it's outlined in this issue. We go through the process step by step. We show financial advisors specifically how to do this. And while we have a pretty strict rule about rarely reprinting issues, never sharing our content with anyone who's not a subscriber, I do want to go through and just give you a sneak peek, a look, a short, I'm not going to read it word for word, but I'm going to kind of just walk through it and show you what it looks like when you open this up, what you get inside of the Virtual Advisor, and all of the cool stuff in there. So again, this is volume 1, issue 2. What you'll get typically, and every issue is different, but typically what we do is you've got a 20-page newsletter in here, and then you'll also get some sort of insert typically inside of here. This one's a laminated flow chart that goes through this process right here. And so that's really helpful. You also will generally get some sort of premium subscriber video content that accompanies it. So a lot of times when you share, we'll share something on a screen, do a walkthrough so that you can actually see what it looks like to put this in practice. So I'll just kind of show you here what we've got, and what it is you need to open it up here. Lots of, you can see this is not massive margins and massive text and lots of pictures. There's tactical stuff in here, lots of high value that you're going to want to spend time with. I always encourage people, hey, make it a part of your process. Go home and sit down in your chair, pour your favorite drink, grab a pen, grab a highlighter, and go through it. And you might need to want to read it a couple times over. I subscribe to a lot of newsletters myself, and that's typically what I'll do is I'll read it over a couple times. I'll turn down the pages, dog ear it, highlight, take notes in the margins, that kind of stuff. But anyway, in this specific issue here, we typically start with a letter from the editor. So in this case, our CEO, Jeremiah, has kind of written a kind of framed it up for us. We talk about the lies that keep you from writing your first book. We look at why write a book. We talk about the thud factor, which is really one of my favorite parts about having a book. We call this like your $7 business card, basically, is that you can hand out. Then we go through the 6-step process for writing and publishing a book in 9 weeks or less, which again, typically unheard of. But when you have the process, when you have the roadmap, it really is quite realistic to be able to do that. So we'll talk about the process here. We go through, how do you find your book idea? What do you do to actually find the idea? We talk about making a list of your readers' questions. How do you find the questions they're already asking online so that you can fulfill that? We talk about other research options. Here's we have a link in here to the premium subscriber video content for that issue. We talk about how to outline your book, which is a huge part. If you're gonna write a book successfully, you need to be able to outline it so that at that point, all it becomes is a fill in the blank. You're like, okay, I have the roadmap in front of me. Now I just need to go section by section. We talk about that. We look at what we call a daily writing estimator, which actually shows you the exact number of words you need to write per day in order to write a book. So for example, if you want to write a 100-page book, which is a big book, you don't need to write a 100-page book. You could write a 50-page book, but if you want to write a 100-page book, that's roughly going to be 30,000 words. And you can kind of use the chart here to figure out, okay, do I want to write, how quickly do I want to do it? Am I going to write it in 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6, 7, 8 weeks? Based on that, how many words do I need to write? If I have an 8-week runway, that's only 535 words a day that I need to write. Now, all of a sudden, writing a book becomes much more manageable. I can sit down and write 500 words a day, which is basically like a single page on a Microsoft Word document or a Google document. So it becomes very simple here. And we go through the whole process, how to speed up the writing process, how to write faster. We give kind of inspiration for book cover designs. We, a lot of good stuff in here. We talk about the 3P process, which is really one of the important processes to writing the book. How to leverage it, 7 different ways to actually leverage your book once you've done it so that you can drive qualified prospects to your calendar so that you can build your authority. All kinds of good stuff in there. And then again, here is the flow chart, which I think is one of the coolest parts about this issue. Again, we do a different insert every issue. We do different kind of things, but this one actually walks through every process. So you can just kind of follow your way around and know exactly where you need to go in with it. And then it also has a sort of a fill in the blank option there on the back for doing your research and making sure that you're doing it as efficiently and effectively as possible. So that is the virtual advisor in a Snapchat. Here's the best part. We mail brand new issues to our subscribers every single month. Each month, we take a deep dive into a single topic related to generating leads and appointments for your financial planning or insurance practice. And our goal is really to equip you with the tools, resources, systems, so that you never have to pay for another lead again. These aren't theories, they're not concepts. They're the exact strategies that are working right now on the front lines of the financial services industry. In many cases, people inside our industry aren't even using them yet, because our industry is way behind other industries when it comes to marketing, lead generation, all that. So a lot of times what we're doing is we're shining a spotlight on untapped techniques that you can use to set yourself apart. So the Virtual Advisor costs $97 a month, and it includes a 20-page print newsletter, plus the premium video content I was talking about, plus we do different inserts and stuff like that, some other benefits and all that. But we're so confident that you're going to love it that I'm willing to give you your first issue free. I'm willing to pay for it out of pocket. All you have to do is pay for shipping and handling. So I'll even throw in over $2,000 in free bonuses. That includes like videos I recorded showing advisors how to write an email that converts from scratch. Like I pull up on my screen, I start with a blank page, show you, okay, how do you write an email that actually converts people just over my shoulder, recorded in real time. You'll get our LinkedIn Connect swipe file. It includes the exact LinkedIn connection request templates that we use to get people to connect, respond, eventually, schedule appointments and all that. There's a bunch of them in there, but I'll go ahead and throw that in there as well. Again, just pay for shipping. We'll cover the first one. And you'll just have to click that link in the description below down here. It tells us where to send it and all that. I'm confident you're going to love it. If you don't, enjoy your free issue, no harm, no foul, but just wanted to show you at the very least what's inside of here. I've had a lot of advisors asking about it, and I'd love to have you jump in and be a part of the Virtual Advisor. So thanks for watching.